How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Chelsea series. Now, if you're excited for a new episode of this series, make sure you drop a like on the video, and if you haven't already, do please subscribe whilst you're here as well. So we have just 11 games left of the league season. We're still in the Champions League. Not in the FA Cup anymore, we'll talk about it. But a chance to do something in the Champions League is still possible. And the league, well, the league's a little bit more interesting. Let me show you. So as you can see then, after 27 games played, we sit third in the Premier League table. 15 wins, 6 draws and 6 defeats on 51 points. 9 points behind league leaders Manchester City. So with about 11 games to go, there's still a slight chance for us to win the league. But even though it is a very slim chance because Manchester City are very good. Goal difference of plus 43. Erling Haaland's been good this year. So what have you missed since the last episode then? Obviously in the last episode we did go to the Etihad and beat Manchester City by 2-1. So of course we followed that up with a 2-1 defeat away at Oxford in the FA Cup. Oh dear. I played a pretty decent side. I mean, fair enough, I did start Andy Carroll, but even so, there were players in there good enough to win this game, and we didn't for whatever reason. They had 2 highlights and scored both of them. But one of them, what can you do? And then following that, we came very, very close to getting a very impressive and would have been very important 3 points at home to Liverpool, but Luis Diaz, with 4 minutes to go, broke our hearts with a lovely curled effort into the bottom corner. Wins against Leicester and Leeds United follow before we suffer back-to-back defeats. First at home away to Arsenal with Gabriel Jesus getting the winner with half an hour to go, and then we slipped to a 3-1 home defeat to Manchester City. Erling Haaland getting 2 and Ricardo Horta getting another, and it was at this point that Todd Bowley wanted to have a chat with me. Yeah, I was called into the office for a meeting because he wasn't very happy with how we were getting on. At this point, we were about 6th in the table. And, I mean, to be honest, I think he overreacted. We're only about a point outside the European places. But yeah, he was basically saying, why shouldn't I sack you then? And I said, very simple answer to that. Just give me a month and everything will be fine. And he agreed to that. And was everything fine after a month? I'd like to think so. Before I actually go any further and show you the rest of the results, actually, there was one more signing that we made in January. That you've seen the thumbnail, you know who it is. Yep, I signed Cristiano Ronaldo from Manchester United for £8 million. I don't think it's the worst signing ever, to be honest. I said 8. It was £7 million to United, and we've had about £1 million in signing on fee. And to do that, we can reduce his wages down to about 210 grand a week. He originally wanted about 300, so we've done quite well there. 3 goals and 1 assist in 7 league games so far, and 1 goal in 1 Champions League game. 8 in 4 in all competitions. I think that's pretty decent for a striker that's come in for just £7 million, and it is Cristiano Ronaldo. We know how good he is. Okay, he's lacking a bit of pace, and he doesn't really work that hard, but basically my thought process was, one thing we've struggled with all season has been scoring goals. It feels like we are very good at creating chances, but Havertz, Aubameyang, Poulsen, Andy, like this, but no matter what striker I play or give a run of games to, they're always very inconsistent, and I'm hoping Ronaldo brings consistency in front of goal to this team. And you know, 1 goal in every other game so far, it's not too bad, I don't think. Yeah, he's on a lot of money, and if we do a second season, I'm still undecided on that. If we do another season, he will be very much a bit part player at the club, but as far as bit part players go, it's not the worst one to have. Probably also worth mentioning that Andy Carroll tore his ankle ligaments and is out for the rest of the season, so that little meme has run its course. Less said about this one, the better. I'll be releasing him from his contract in the season. He will not be here next year, if we do another season, of course. So following the board meeting with Todd Bowley then, where I basically begged him not to sack me, we actually did go on a bit of decent run of form. It started with a 1-0 win away at Napoli in the Champions League round of 16, and that run ended with a 3-0 win at home to Napoli in the Champions League. 4-0 in aggregate in total. Ronaldo scored an absolute thunderbolt in the second leg, and then Mount and Fofana added to that, giving us 4-0 win in aggregate on total. And in between those then, Bournemouth at home were dispatched with João Felix and Aubameyang getting the goals with about 7 minutes to go. And then Ronaldo got 2 goals against Aston Villa, 2-0 win. Bear in mind, they beat us at the start of the season, so to actually get revenge on them in their own backyard was actually, quite a good feeling, to be honest. And then there's West Ham, of course, who we dealt with quite comfortably, 4-0 at Stamford Bridge. Mount getting 2, Havertz and Kovacic also getting on the score sheet. So since we had the little board meeting, since these 2 defeats, like I said, we've turned things around quite well here. And like I said, we now sit 3rd in the table, just 9 points off of Manchester City. Haaland's got 31 goals in 27 games this year. I don't personally think we're going to be able to catch him, but all we can do is try, right? And today we play Newcastle, who are having a very good season. They've actually dropped off in recent weeks. As you can see, their league form in their last sort of 4 or 5 games or so has tailed off quite a lot. They've lost to Man United, West Ham, drew with Leeds, and lost away at Crystal Palace. So really, if you're going to play Newcastle, again, who've had a very good season, this is the perfect time to play them. Some interesting news, actually, before we play Newcastle. Leicester City have held Manchester City to a goalless draw. Meaning, if we win this game, we're currently 10 points behind. If we win this, we'll reduce that gap to 7. And all of a sudden, with 10 games to go, doesn't look as impossible, does it? So this then is the team that I've selected to take on Newcastle. Mendy in goal, Fofana, Skriniar, Chilwell and James at the back with a midfield three of Kante, Kovacic and Mount. And then our attacking trio of Kai Havertz. João Felix is on the left-hand side because Raheem Sterling is injured at the moment. And Sheldrup has not played that well in his last sort of few appearances for us. So I'm giving Felix a go out on the left-hand side. And Cristiano Ronaldo, the main man, wearing number 77 because Kante's got 7. I'm not going to take the number off him. That'd be mental. It's going to be leading the line for us. Hopefully, like I said, we can reduce the gap to City at this top of the table with just 7 points. And usually, whenever City drop points this season, we're never able to capitalise. I'm hoping this time it's going to be very, very different. With the YouTube audience watching, I'm hoping we can take advantage of this. All right, early on then, we have got a free kick. Mason Mount in a pretty decent position. He's not too far out here. He can definitely go for goal if he wants to. And he looks like he has gone for goal. He forces a good save from Nick Pope. Interestingly, he went to that side of Pope and not his opposite side, because I feel like he probably would have a better chance of scoring. But he produced a good save nonetheless. Chilwell with the corner. He's got Ronaldo at that near post looking to aim for. The ball goes in. It's headed clear by Big Dan Burn. And unless I'm mistaken, but I know FM quite well, I don't think this is going to come to anything. For some reason, viewers, the highlight has just continued. So I don't know what's going on. Ronaldo's found Mason Mount into Kante. Decent idea to put the ball over the top. Trippier has gotten a bit of a mix-up between him and Nick Pope. And Cristiano Ronaldo is on hand to capitalise. I don't know what on earth Kieran Trippier was doing there. Or I don't know. I don't think Nick Pope knew whether to come for the ball or not. And Ronaldo saw the confusion, pounced on it. And just like that, a few minutes into the game, we've taken an early lead. And that is something that we've been doing quite a lot in this sort of run of good form that we've been having over the last 4 games. We are scoring early, which is really good. It means the other team have to come out and try and, take the game to us. And I think we're in a very good position to counter. We've got the players who are able to counter-attack and take advantage of the space that teams are going to leave in behind for us now. All right, corner for Chelsea. Mason Mount to swing it in. It's looking for Ronaldo, who can't keep the header down. He's looking a threat, though. I mean, I was getting slated when I decided to bring him in over on the Twitch stream. And if you're not already following the Twitch stream, by the way, link will be in the description. It'll be on screen here somewhere. But yeah, the chat were not happy with me bringing him in. But I think so far, the decision to spend the money on him and spend the wages on him is proving to be somewhat justified as Isaac's run through. And Mendy makes a very good save. Not been too sure about Edouard Mendy this season, to be honest. I think if we do another season, another goalkeeper might be on the shopping list. Right, we are at half-time then. I noticed Newcastle were having much more momentum since we took the lead, so I decided to reduce the mentality down from positive to balance, and that does seem to have sort of killed the rest of the half off ever so slightly. But we should expect a response from Newcastle in the second half. Not going to make any changes just yet. I want to see what they do. And I imagine they're going to come and try and attack at us as immediately into the second half, N'Golo Kante's picked up a knock. Thankfully, we've got Dennis Zakaria, who is pretty much a like-for-like swap, so he can come on in place of Kante. Kante's been playing really well recently. I hope that's not a long-term injury. Okay, the free kick goes short from target into Joe Linton. And once again, Newcastle just looking to build out from the back and try and carve out on openings. Fabian Schär. We really should have been putting more pressure on him there, to be honest, from Felix. I don't know why he didn't try and put a tackle in. As the ball over the top finds Willock. I'll tell you what, he's offside. It's a fantastic save from Edouard Mendy. He fancies it today. And I've not been able to say that much most this season, to be honest, viewers. He's not been very good. Chilwell with the corner, looking for Skriniar. Gets his head to it and finds the bottom corner. And Milan Skriniar, 4th goal of the season for him. It's 2-0 to Chelsea with half an hour to go. And I don't want to speak too soon. It's looking like another 3 points might be coming back to London. It's a great delivery in from Chilwell, and I don't know how the man on the line there, who was that? Was it Sir Maximin? I can't tell. I don't know how we didn't clear the ball, essentially. But no complaints from me. 2-0 to Chelsea. Pretty comfortable so far. Sheldrup, who's just come off the bench and immediately gives the ball away. Not a great introduction for the youngster. And now Almiron surging forward. Sheldrup did try and get the ball back, but wasn't able to. Isaac cuts it across goal. We get a foot in. We've not cleared it. And I'll tell you what, that's one of the worst goals we'll concede all season. What the bloody hell happened there? It's just an absolute mess, really, isn't it, viewers? That's the same word you can really use to describe it. Almiron plays a long ball to Isaac. And it comes across to St. Maximin. James gets a foot in. And then Fofana and Zakaria, and then Chilwell and James all go for the ball at the exact same time. And it somehow bobbles out in front of Alexander Isaac. Mendy's got no chance on that one. And just like that, it's 2-1 and Newcastle are back in it. And I was saying earlier how this was quite comfortable. I think Kovacic had a bit of a knock coming into the game. He's now looking quite tired. I think we're going to try and get Conor Gallagher on. And I was going to swap him around. I'm going to leave Gallagher on that sort of DLP role. Up front, Ronaldo's played well. I think maybe we need something a little bit different. I think Yusuf Poulsen on as a pressing forward just to sort of put some pressure on the Newcastle defenders, really. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. And tell you what, Reece James is on a yellow and not playing brilliantly. I'm going to do what I've done all season and play Anton Stack at right back for the last sort of 10 minutes or so. And also, we're going to look to time waste, lower the tempo a little bit, and play for some set pieces. And just try and kill the game off a little bit and get to full time with no nonsense as we throw it long and give the ball away. You could almost describe that as nonsense, couldn't you, viewers? As Maximin sends it long, Fofana deals with it. Chilwell now, down to Gallagher. If we get a third goal here, I'll back us to see the rest of the game out, but we have made life unnecessarily difficult for ourselves as Lascelles goes back to Dan Burn. And again, Poulsen's on the pitch there with that pressing. But fair enough, admittedly, we are utilising a mid-block at the moment, so I'm not expecting us to put too much pressure on the centre-backs in that area of the pitch, but I don't really feel like moving to a high press at this moment in time is really worth it, as they've won all the headers. And Miguel Almiron has pulled it back. It's 2-2. We were looking so comfortable, man. God damn it. It's really disappointing. I thought at 2-0 we were going to be very comfortable just seeing the game out. You might have seen in the most recent fixtures, defensively we've improved a lot as well recently. A lot of clean sheets in the last few games. Today, though, I mean, both goals are just not good enough. We've lost 2 headers, and it falls to Miguel Almiron in acres of space. And just like that, it's 2-2. And once again, when Manchester City have dropped points, we have been unable to capitalise unless Mason Mount swings the corner in. Yusuf Poulsen, it's a save. I can't believe it's not gone in. Oh my God, there was a flag up anyway. Pope makes a save. We hit the post. It's not gone in. It's still 2-2. There's 3 minutes to go. Is there a chance for us to maybe win this? Lascelles looking for Dan Burn. I mean, the way the game's gone on with me twice with Newcastle, we're not getting the winners. They go along with St Maximin. He's beaten Stack to the ball, and St Maximin has been a thorn in our side all afternoon, to be honest. The ball comes across. It's a good save by Mendy. I think he's offside anyway. And I think that might end up being it. I don't think there's going to be one more chance. We had the chance to win it. Oh, that's really annoying. That game right there sums up our entire season, to be honest. Fairly good going forward. Still arguably not scoring enough goals, and defensively nowhere near good enough. And as a result, we remain 9 points behind Manchester City and now 6 points behind Liverpool with a game in hand. And N'Golo Kante is out for the next month. He's out for 4 weeks with a damaged kneecap. So Zakaria, who came on in replace of him, is going to play a lot more games this season by the looks of it. But man, that is frustrating. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much as always for watching. Once again, if you are new around here and you haven't already, do please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel, as we are trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year, and any help towards that would be greatly appreciated. On the day this is uploaded, actually, which will be Sunday, the 30th, I'll be streaming this evening. So this will probably be uploaded around sort of 12, 1 o'clock. I'll be live tonight at 9 PM if you want to come and see potentially the end of the season. Like, there's a good chance we'll be able to wrap up the entire season in tonight's stream. So if you want to come see how this save concludes, or this season concludes, again, don't know if I'm going to do a second season or not, then do stop by twitch.tv/m_breezyfm. Come hang out. We'll have a great time, I promise. Until the next video, ladies and gentlemen, thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.